IKEA wants its furniture back. The Swedish chain has announced that it's permanently rolling out its buyback and resell program in all US stores. The program will see IKEA take back several kinds of its used furniture, including bookcases, cabinets, desks, and dining tables in fully functional condition. The best part? Customers will get a store credit for up to 50% of the original sale price. And the used goods will then be sold in an as-is section of the store, at a discount of course. IKEA is actually working towards becoming a circular business and hopes to eventually make products that are 100% recycled, refurbished, reused, or remanufactured. Do these programs make you more likely to shop at IKEA? Comment below and make sure you're following the Bikini Report for more daily headlines. Does Elon Musk plan to take over Twitter? Looks like that's a maybe. The world's richest man has just bought 9.2% of the company for nearly $3 billion. That makes him Twitter's biggest shareholder. Musk is also joining the company's board of directors, which would give him more say in how the platform operates. Which could be a big deal. Musk recently implied he had concerns about Twitter's principles involving free speech. Do you think Twitter needs Elon Musk to overhaul its policies? Comment below and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines. Employees at a New York fulfillment center have become the first American Amazon workers to unionize. The hard-fought battle ended with 55% of votes saying yes to joining the Amazon labor union. This is a pretty significant development because Amazon is the second largest employer in the US, and workers have long complained about working conditions in the warehouses.
We want to thank Jeff Bezos for going to space, because when he was up there, we was signing people up. We was down there, campaign.
But they could be in for an uphill battle. Amazon is putting a lot of time, effort, and many millions of dollars to dissuade workers from unionizing. And they're having some success. A parallel union drive at an Alabama warehouse appears to have failed for the second time. Do you think Amazon's labor force needs to unionize? Comment below and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines. They're called the Dirty Dozen, and they could be creating all kinds of health problems for you. The Dirty Dozen refers to an annual list put out by the Environmental Working Group. It ranks the 12 fruits and vegetables that contain the highest levels of pesticides. Did you know that over 70% of non-organic fresh produce in the US contains pesticide residue? Scary, right? And these pesticides have been linked to all kinds of health issues, including cancer. Topping the Dirty Dozen list are strawberries, followed by spinach, then kale, collard, and mustard greens. Nectarines, apples, grapes, cherries, peaches, pears, and tomatoes also made the list, meaning practically everything delicious is risky. So if you're wondering how to avoid all those pesticides, well, you'll need to pay more and go organic. Does seeing this list make you think twice about eating non-organic fruits and veggies? Comment below and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines. A Florida bride and her caterer have been arrested after drugging their guests. The charges include delivery of marijuana, food tampering, and culpable negligence after lacing the reception food with cannabis and not telling anyone. Many people at the February wedding started freaking out, with some so concerned about the drug's side effects, paramedics were called.
I feel like there's some kind of drugs in me or something, and I don't know what's happening.
Several guests were treated on scene by first responders, and others were taken to the hospital where they tested positive for cannabis. Police also collected food at the event and confirmed that, yep, it had THC in it. We don't know the reason the food was laced, but if convicted, the bride Danya Svoboda and holistic chef Jocelyn Bryant face up to 5 years in prison. What do you think? Is prison time appropriate here, or is it too harsh? Comment below and make sure you're following the Bikini Report for more daily headlines. Social media in Europe is getting a makeover. The European Union has reached a deal on the Digital Services Act, which will require platforms like Facebook and Twitter to remove illegal content quickly or face substantial fines. According to the European Council, the basic principle behind the act is what is illegal offline must also be illegal online. It also notes that very large online platforms and very large online search engines will be subject to more stringent regulations. For example, they won't just be removing illegal content, they'll have to take steps to keep it from being there in the first place. So what do you think? A good step in the right direction, or the less regulation the better? Comment below and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines. A live-streamed airplane stunt ended in a crash, and authorities are taking it seriously.
Let me know when you're really ready. You ready?
Yeah. I'm really
here
ready.
we go. Coming down.
The plane swap stunt was supposed to see each of the pilots of two single-engine Cessnas jump out of their respective plane and skydive into the other plane. But one pilot failed to execute that plan. Luckily, he parachuted safely to the ground, but the plane plummeted into the Arizona desert. And it turns out the organizers had been denied permission to perform the stunt in the first place. Now the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating. No word on possible penalties, but I'd bet the fines could be sky high. Do you think the pilots should lose their licenses? Comment below and follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.